Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't even start yet. Y'all are realest ones. And I appreciate you anyway. So I got a story time video for y'all today, man. Apparently she fed him whatever food and cooking food, I should say. She cooked the meal for the man, came to the man house, come to find out, but it was up in there, balls deep in some other chick cheeks. And she got upset about it. So so this is a two-parter. I got the first part of her explaining the video and then explaining what happened. And then in the second video, they talked after the fact. I'm assuming he probably apologized or something like that. But we gonna see what's up. We gonna see what's up, man.
So I've been seeing this guy for the last 5 months, and this past Sunday I showed up at his place as a surprise to drop off food. I didn't tell him I was coming, but he lives 10 minutes away from me, and like it's been 5 months and I'm over there like every week, and I just like, yeah, so I went to drop off the food, right?
First of all, ladies, don't ever pop up in my house. I don't give a damn how cool we is. I do not care. If you, first of all, my damn mom don't even do that. So if the woman that birthed me can't do that, you can't do it either.
So I call him when I get there and he's just not home. He's like, oh, I'm at tryouts. So I was like, oh, okay. He's like, I'll call you when I'm on my way back. So this food that I had made, they were enmoladas. So I go, I give this food to a homeless person because the tortillas are gonna get soggy, and I just created a new batch for him, right? He hadn't called me, so I sent him another text, and I was like, this is like around 7:30 p.m. now, and I was like, hey, I'm just gonna drop off the food. Like, it was like food that I was like surprising you with, because like I don't think you're back yet, so no worries, whatever. So I show up to the place, and he very much is there, and this girl is putting her clothes back on, and
the whole cock blocker out here. No, seriously. No, listen. And let me say this. First of all, I was joking. I'm being facetious. I don't condone cheating. She said that they were dating for 5 months. I'm assuming that means that they were officially together, because dating could just mean y'all was talking. Who knows, right? Whatever. I don't condone cheating. So at the end of the day, he was still wrong, right? Her popping up at his crib as someone, if you're dating officially, if you're officially together, officially boyfriend and girlfriend, then you don't need to call or text me to tell me, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, baby, I'm coming over because of ABC 1, 2, 3, whatever reason, right? You my girl, you come over. I don't care, whatever, you here. But if this was a case where they were just dating, they were not officially together, then she had no right to go over there, number one, and she has no reason to be upset that he's sleeping with the other women if they're not officially together. But maybe she's going to talk about that more. So let's keep listening, because I got a million things to say, man. I have a million things to say that just popped up into my head. But let's keep going.
I was like, oh. So I drop off the food anyway, because I'm gonna drop off this food and it's gonna be good and you're never gonna see me again type vibe, you know? But yeah, and then I realized that I think I scared him by showing up like unannounced. But can I just say something? If you're gonna date a Latina, like, we're gonna bring you shit unannounced, especially food, like, and I'm gonna show up. So, yeah.
Now, oh, hold on. So she said she's about to talk about how she just got off the phone with him. So listen, the story is a little weird to me. She said that she first popped up at his house. And if I'm being brutally honest, ma'am, Priscillita, whatever your name is, if I'm being brutally honest, it sounds as if you had not really insecurity levels, but you had an idea that he was doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing, or he was where he wasn't supposed to be, because you popped up at his house twice, right? You could have left the food there the first time and went on about your business. But you said, oh, I gave it to a homeless person because I didn't want the food to get soggy. But then when you went there the second time, he was like, oh, I'm just going to leave the food there and then whenever you get home, you can eat it. But then the food will still be soggy. So which is it? Whatever. With that being said, right? Again, Buddy was wrong. He was in some cheeks, assuming that they're together. He was in some other chick cheeks. I get it. It is what it is. You know, whatever. Move accordingly, however you see fit, ma'am. It is what it is. You didn't cause a scene. Congratulations. That was a great job. You didn't grow up. You didn't, and those type of things that I would have done. You know what I mean? As far as not causing a scene. Honestly, I would have took my food with me because I'm not about to. Yeah, I ain't gonna feed you. Hell no. You know what I mean? But let's keep going. This is the response to after what was going on, what had happened. I'm assuming he called her and apologized or whatever the case may be. That's probably what happened. She's a gorgeous woman, man, attractive. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of dudes would try their best to stay with a woman, especially after doing like her, especially after doing her wrong or whatever the case may be. But let's keep going.
About an hour ago. And basically, I mean, there's not much to tell, honestly. He had reached out to me earlier last week and said that he thinks we should have a conversation in response to me asking for like my watch. And I said that I personally have nothing to say, but if he, you know, wants to have a, if he has things he wants to say, then, you know, I'll hear him out. So we ended up having a conversation over the phone today. And, you know, he said when, you know, I answered the phone, he's like, I really only have two things to say. One of them is about your watch and the other one is about you showing up at my place. So immediately I was like, okay, this is expected. Like when I say that, I'm not making excuses when I say I'm not surprised he hasn't reached out, he's embarrassed, he's this, he's that, he's defensive, whatever. It's more so because what I saw, it's like, it's everything that has followed is very consistent with the type of person that would do and act the way that I like experienced, you know, like, so it's all very consistent. He first tells me that my watch was sent and like sold to someone, but that person is claiming an undelivered package or something, so that he hasn't gotten paid and he thinks the person's like scamming. So whatever, honestly, I am just going to tell him. I told him that I need, you know, just a little bit of time to think about what I want to do about the situation. But I'm just going to tell him, forget it. I don't need the watch. I don't need the money, whatever. Like, just, I don't know. It's just not worth it to me. It's too much to think about. And I don't really care that much about the watch. But then he said, he started talking about, he just went on this rant.
It sounds like he stole your watch. That's what it sounds like. But you know, whatever. Let's keep going.
About me showing up at his place, and he said that I ruined that place for him because it's supposed to be a safe space, and now it's not a safe space. That showing up to his place unannounced is just not okay. And he said that, you know, this was a conversation that needed to happen regardless of anything, and you know, just that like I can't just show up at his place.
Facts.
No apology. Like, he did not offer an apology. He didn't offer any like desire to understand anything from where I might be coming from. But you know what, like, again, expected. Not making an excuse. It's just like, you can't expect, like, what's that saying? I can't expect something out of a person that obviously, like, the type of person that can't give that to me, you know? Yeah, so that's the situation. And I don't think anything else is really gonna happen. I'm just gonna tell him I don't need this watch. Forget it. Forget you. We move on.
I don't know what I've learned from this, but okay, all right. But he sounded like he just walked off with your watch. Walked off with a free plate of food. I mean, yeah, bro, and again, gorgeous woman. Not to congratulate Buddy, but this is what happens when you have options, fellas. You have a woman like this who's like arguably a, you know, me personally, she's too small for me. I prefer a woman that's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, on a thick side, number one. And I love my you know, I would like prefer for her to be a little bit darker, but you know, whatever. She's still gorgeous, still a solid 8, possibly 9. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happens when you as a man have options. You can have her and have what other damn women. And honestly, there's a lot of holes in her story. I want to know who was contacted who about the watch. If she really didn't care about the watch, I'm pretty sure she would say, "Yo, screw the watch, keep the watch. I don't give a damn. Whatever, leave me alone." The fact that she heard the story about the watch and then heard the story about her disrespecting him. I mean, I have to admit, he's correct. I'm assuming that they weren't officially together. I'm assuming. Like, what is her definition of dating? Are they officially together, or are they dating, going out as far as going out on dates and talking every now and then? Because if that's the honest and truth of the case, then ma'am, you had no rights to pull up on him like that. Number one. Number two, he can still mess with whatever other chicks he can mess with. So it's kind of like, bro, I need a little bit more information. I need more. But it's all good, man. Anyway, I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, y'all be safe for her, cub.